Hello, my name is Kevin Powers, and I'm here to bring you another amazing episode from our Conversations in 4-Color video podcast. Now, I'm just doing these on the spare the moment type of thing, so I usually just do a review of a single but a single comic book for each episode. But if you would like to listen to our regular podcast, please make sure to go to our Patreon page to check out the Conversations in 4-Color podcast, where I delve deep into comic books, graphic novels, and manga, multiple different comic books and such that I'm reading in that podcast. But this is just one review of one individual comic book, and that comic book today is going to be Murder Nun number 2 from Obscura Comics. Now, if you didn't get to see that, I'm going to go ahead and show it up. I'll bring it back up again so you can actually see the full cover of the comic book. But I would like to say that this is from Obscura Comics, which I've been following lately. Some of the titles that they've released through their Kickstarter campaigns have been actually pretty darn good. And in fact, Murder Nun 2 is the one that I got through the Kickstarter campaign. So it just arrived and I had to read it because it has to deal with a vengeful nun who's returned to the land of the living without a face, just a skull, and enacting revenge on demonic priests. The first issue ended with her killing a priest in his own church, and as you will know, he was a demon. And in this second issue, it picks up right afterwards as she goes into a bar to get more information on collaborators with that priest from the first one. Now, that's very fun in that the people in the bar don't seem to mind a voluptuous woman dressed as a nun with no face. They actually think that that's a common thing there, and they actually joke that even Satan probably drinks there at this bar. So seeing the no-faced murder nun show up is not anything new. Obviously, since she comes in with a bunch of guns ready to fight, there is a bar fight, which is very interesting for this type of comic book. There is a bar fight, and she eventually does get her information she needs to find the next collaborators with these demonic priests. Now, it is very unfortunate for the demonic priests because they hear about the incidents for the first film, and they think that they're going to have time to be able to kind of set themselves up to defend themselves. But unfortunately, the murder nun is very fast and efficient, and finds her way to the second church where 2 more demonic priests are held up. Unfortunately for the murder nun, she realizes that more is going on there at this church, and while trying to dispatch them, she comes across people who are locked up in cages, S&M style, in the bowels of this church. Once that happens, she kills one of them, I think she wounds one of the demonic priests, and while the other ones are trying to get to reinforcements or escape, she stops to help these other people, just reluctantly enough, because she's not there to get them to safety. She's just there to let them go free, and they'll have to get their own safety. But that also comes with the caveat that she's not going to give them her guns, but she'll give them some guns that are lying around this place. So she arms these 3 captors with guns, and that's where we find the end of this issue. The murder nun with 3 former captive people in S&M type of outfits with guns ready to blow some shit up. It's a very great way to end this issue. For the very first issue, you get the impression that they don't even have to do another issue or continue the story at all, and that's probably why there was such a long time between publishing of the first issue and the second issue. They want to see if this would actually go further. I actually really enjoyed the series, some more than I actually was thinking I was going to. I know that I did not originally do the first Murder Nun campaign off Kickstarter. I did one of their other campaigns, and I just ended up buying that one because the cover of it was amazing. But with this issue, doing the Kickstarter campaigns, you get a lot of extras with that. So with some of the extras I got with this is obviously the issue was signed by the artist, and of course there is some other material that came with it as well. So that's the great thing about Kickstarter campaigns. They tend to want to give you incentives to when they meet these goals that they set for themselves. So bookmarks and trading cards and a bunch of other stuff that came with this issue, which was really great. I'll keep continuing to purchase these
as long as they keep making them, as well as some of the other Obscura comic books that I currently read. And I've only bought these through the Kickstarter campaigns. I've never bought them from their website. You can go to their website, and I will make sure to leave the website in the show notes so you can actually make sure to go to the website to purchase any comics there. But that's kind of like what I see from this. They are not afraid of nudity in their comic books, but they are not afraid of violence and using risque stories. I mean, this is Murder Nun, to cry out loud. So if you like your comics and your stories to be a little bit on the edge, or a lot of it on the edge, then checking out some of the titles from the Obscura comic books world will be right up your alley. I mean, I love some of their titles that they put out so far, so I'm looking forward to the next ones that I get off the Kickstarter campaign. But with that, I hope that you've been enjoying these short little single episode video reviews of comic books. Make sure to check out some of the other ones that I've done, and make sure to check out the original Patreon supported only Conversations in 4-Color podcast, where I delve deep into more of comic books and other stuff, especially ones that are continuous series. I probably won't do continuous series in this format too much, because I don't want to have a whole bunch of ones that's focused around any individual titles. I want to just keep bringing up new stuff for you guys to check out and know about, and hopefully go out there and support. So with that, I want to thank you for joining us at Conversations in 4-Color, this little video podcast thing that I'm doing. Hopefully you will enjoy the ones I have coming up next, and make sure to go out there and purchase Murder Nun from Obscura Comic Books. Thank you so much, and have a great day.